Hey everybody, this is Curtis here. I'm going to be starting a 30-day ab challenge starting April 1st, 2019. That's tomorrow. Alright? So this is me right now. Alright? So some of the things you guys need to be thinking about is what you're going to be eating, because diet is where it's at 70-80% of getting abs. Okay? So we're going to have to make sure that you clean the diet up. Some of the things you can be doing to start out: dairies, sugars, fats. Those are the things that we're going to have to cut out. Okay? So you want to make sure that you stay away from any kind of dairies, cheese, milk, yogurts, all those types of things in order to cut the fat out. Okay? As much as you can. The breads. Make sure you cut those breads out. You want to make sure you cut the sugars as much as possible. If you have to have any kind of sugars, you can try the natural, fruits. Okay, but you still want to limit those. Remember, you got 30 days, so we're going to see what we can do in 30 days. All right, so another thing you want to make sure you do is you want to make sure that you keep the protein levels up, okay? You also want to try to limit the protein shakes that you drink, because sometimes those have sugar in them and they have carbohydrates in them. So you want to make sure you have as little of those as possible so that you can allow the body to utilize the body fat that we already carry on us for energy, and not have those liquid types of proteins that are going to have the additives. They may have sugars, they may have sodium in there, they may have carbohydrates in there. Some of those things will add up and prevent you from burning as much fat in 30 days. You want to make sure that you train with weights. So we're going to be hitting the gym too. So tomorrow morning I'm going to be hitting the terrain outside. So I'm going to be getting out there and running, and you'll be able to catch that. At the end of this, I'll give you the info where that's going to be. But we're going to make sure that the cardio is consistent. So you're going to have to make sure you're trying to do, every day you hit the gym, you need to be hitting some cardio. So if you go 5 days at the gym, you need to do 5 days of cardio. So, you want to try to get in an hour of cardio, even if it's just treadmill. Of course, running, you may not be able to run an hour, but if you get out and you run, it's going to obviously burn a lot more calories a lot faster. But on the treadmill, you can do an hour of cardio, and that's going to really help aid in burning that body fat. With the weights, I'll try to keep it basic right now, but I'll be able to, as the weeks go on, show you workout videos and give you tips on how you should be training the whole body so that you can keep that body firm while you're burning those calories. So you want to make sure you're hitting legs, you want to make sure you're hitting upper body. You want to make sure you're training those, multiple times a week, maybe even, 5 days a week if you can. If not, you better be putting some hours in so you can get that, get that metabolism going to burn that body fat. So it's going to be tough. 30 days is only 4 weeks essentially, so it's going to be pretty tough. But you could treat it like an occasion or an event that you need to do, or if you're into bodybuilding, a test run for a show, whatever it may be, trying to get into some clothes. But it's going to be rough, it's going to be tough. A little bit more about that diet. Also, make sure that you get in the essentials in, as far as if any supplements you might take, or any multivitamins. A good thing to do is your multivitamins. You can do your BCAAs. Here, I'm going to be doing my BCAAs. And this is just a little sample from ATS Labs. I'll give you guys my discount code is Fisher20. You get 20% off. I'll be giving you that info down below so that you can go there and get some BCAAs, fat burners, pre-workouts if you use those types of things. And that'll help you along, especially when your sugar's low and you're tired. But So that's it essentially. You know, make sure you get the vegetables in, of course. You know, you want to get your greens in. You know, you can do your broccolis and your, you know, salads, but, you know, stay away from those dairy-based dressings. You know, you can maybe use some, you know, vinegar or wine, vinegar wine, red wine, vinegar, white wine vinegar. You want to make sure that you stay away from a lot of nuts. I know a lot of people say nuts, you know, they use nuts for dieting, but if you're having a hard time losing that body fat, you know, there's a lot of fat in those nuts. So you're really going to have to dig deep in order for you to get through this. But, you know, me personally, I would stick with a high fresh food, protein-based diet with vegetables and complex carbs. Complex carbs being, you know, brown rice or white rice, potatoes, okay, grain, oat, so you can do oatmeal. You can use that with water. You want to keep those carbohydrates within a medium, I would say anywhere from 150 to 200 grams of complex carbs, meaning potatoes, rice, oatmeal, daily, in order for you to start utilizing your body fat as energy, and those carbs can slowly be weaned off of and played around with on a weekly basis so that you can start to burn more body fat. But protein, you know, of course, the rule of thumb is anywhere from 1.5 to 2 grams per pound of body weight daily. So if you're 200 pounds, you know, like I am, you're going to be doing, you know, hundreds of grams, you know, depending on how much you can tolerate. But at least if you do your body weight, you know, you're going to get enough in so that you can keep that muscle tone and not, you know, degrade too much muscle. You got to feed the muscle. So I know this day and age there's a lot of different things going on, but I've done it over and over again, competed for many years, so I understand how it works. You know, I only understand through experience. You know, it's not written down. Formula's not written down, but when you've done it 10 million times over and over and it works every time, that's what works. So I would say just take it a little slow. You don't have to rush in, but it's a 30-day challenge, so, you know, do the best you can, and we're all going to see what we get from April 1st and 30 days after that. For daily updates, you might want to check out Curtis Fitgram, and I can give you some information. I'll be hitting the gym and posting there, so you can get tips there. But of course, here, YouTube, I'm going to be posting, you know, a lot of the workouts and things like that, to give you ideas and keep you updated on how my progression is going. But we'll see you in the morning. I'm gonna go live on Instagram, and until then, let's hit it.